Hi everybody, this is Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Bay Crochet, and we have another panel this week for the Navigator Lapghan. As you recall, this is the one that we're dedicating to our U.S. veterans, of whom we are just incredibly thankful for. So now let me just go ahead and let you know that if this is your first time seeing this, you need to go back, check my home page, or you can look in the video description below where you can see the first two panels. The first panel on my channel, which is the arrow panel, and then you need to go check Tiffany Hansen's channel. She has a panel also that is part of this project. Well, this week we're going to be working on the wave panel, and again, you may use any yarn really for this. I'll show you what we're going to be using in just a minute, and for the total yardage for this entire project, just look in the video description below, and that information as well as the sizing and whatnot will be there for you. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. For the wavy panel, I'm going to be using all three colors, and the number that you will need of each of these will be right across the bottom of your screen. I'm also recommending a US I or 9 or 5.50 millimeter crochet hook. And as always, I recommend that you have a pair of sharp scissors and a yarn needle handy. Let me just give you a close-up of this panel before we get started. So we're going to start with the dark blue, then the light blue, then the white, etc. And I will show you the order of that as we go. So let's go ahead and get started using the dark blue yarn and the size I or 9 or 5.00 crochet hook. We're going to start this with a slip knot, and I am going to use a starting chain of 134. After completing those 134 chains, we're going to start row 1 by working in the turning chain. I'm going to just work on one side of the chain, and we're going to work single crochets starting in that second chain, and single crochet in each chain all the way across. At the end of this row, you should have 133 single crochets. For row 2, we're going to chain 1. We're going to work a single crochet in the first stitch, then a half double in the next stitch, and then a double crochet in the next stitch. So I'll go ahead and pause for that. So we have a single crochet, then a half double crochet, and then a double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to work 3 treble crochets. 1, 2, and 3. After that, we're going to step it back down again to the double crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double in the next stitch, and then a single crochet. And we're basically going to repeat this across the row. So the repeat will start with a half double crochet, a double crochet, and then 3 treble crochets in that next stitch. Make sure those 3 trebles are worked into the same space. So we go ahead and pause so that you can get a good look at that. And then after that, we step it back down with a double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. So you can see how that works out. So go ahead and work that all the way across the row. We end the row by working a single crochet in that last stitch. But before we complete the stitch, let's go ahead and change to the medium blue color by completing the stitch with that new color. And I'm going to go ahead and trim the dark color and just like we did on the arrow panel, if you've seen that video, let's go ahead and make a slip knot with the loose ends just so they don't get out of hand. I'm not tying them into a knot, I'm tying them into a slip knot so that I can pull this out and hide the loose strands once we get to that point in the project. So let's take a look at what we have. You should have 22 humps on this row, or waves. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn, and for row number 3 we are going to chain 1. We're going to skip the first stitch, and working in the next stitch we're going to single crochet in that next stitch and crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now the top, or the center treble crochet, which is the top of the wave here, we're going to work 3 single crochets into that same space, just like that. 1 into the next 2 stitches, and over the next 3 stitches we're going to work a single crochet decrease. And this is the way we're going to do this. We're going to insert the hook, pull up a loop, and do that in the next stitch as well, and in the 3rd stitch. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, and you have basically turned 3 stitches into 1. And now we do single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and again the top treble, we're going to work 3 single crochets in that space. And going down, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then again for that 3 stitch decrease, insert into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and do that 2 more times, once in each of the next 2 stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets at the top, which is also the center treble crochet. So that's what we're going to work all the way across this row. This is row number 3. After working this all the way across, we have those 3 single crochets in that top treble crochet, then a single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and the last 2 stitches we're going to work a decrease by pulling up a loop in the next stitch and 1 in the stitch that follows, which is also the last stitch. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. You should still have a total of 177 stitches. Okay, let's go ahead and turn. Now for row number 4, we start with a chain 1, and then we're going to work a decrease in the first 2 stitches by pulling up a loop in that first stitch, and in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on the hook, single crochet in the next stitch, and in the next stitch. And the center of those 3 single crochets, we're going to work 3 single crochets. And now repeating across, we're going to work 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Now we're going to work a decrease over the next 3. Again, pull up a loop. In the next 3 stitches is a single crochet, decrease, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on the hook, single crochet the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets, and that top center single crochet from the last row, and then again 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and again we are ready for a decrease over the next 3, pull up a loop in the next 3 stitches, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on the hook, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and again 3 single crochets in that top center single crochet from the last row. So go ahead and work this all the way across, and I will show you how the row ends. At the end of row 4, we're going to end with another single crochet decrease worked in those last 2 stitches. Pull up 2 loops, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. But actually, let's go ahead and back that out. Before you pull through, it's time to switch to the white color. So we're going to pull that color through, and let's go ahead and take the time to deal with the loose ends. Make sure you clip a long enough generous strand so that you can weave this in with the yarn needle at the end. So go ahead. We're just going to work just a little slip knot, not a full knot, but just a slip knot. Now hold that temporarily. And let's go ahead and turn so that we can begin row number 5. We're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a treble crochet decrease. I'm going to go ahead and back this out and explain this as I go. Yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to do that again. Double wrap into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. The next thing we do is a double crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet. Now into the top single crochet, or the center single crochet from the last row, we're going to work a single crochet. And now we begin working a half double, a double crochet, and then now we're going to work a treble decrease over the next 3 stitches as follows. We're going to double wrap, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that again. Double wrap, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and again. Double wrap, insert, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on the hook, and then we work a double crochet, a half double crochet, and a single crochet again in the center loop. Let me do that for you again, and I'm going to try to say the names of these stitches accurately. If by chance I misspeak, please forgive me, number 1, and number 2, follow what I'm doing with the actual hook. All right, half double crochet in the next stitch, a double crochet in the next stitch, and then we work the 3 treble crochets together. Again, double wrap, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we do the next one, double wrap, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more time, double wrap the hook, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You should have a total of 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Then we work a double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet, and that is the repeat all the way across. Let me pause so that you can take a look at both how this was started and how it's going to repeat all the way across. So go ahead and work that. I will show you how the row ends. At the end of this row, we're going to work another decrease with those trebles and do the last stitch. Yarn over, pull through 3 loops on the hook since we're only working this over 2 stitches and not 3. and your stitch count should be back to 133 stitches. If not, you may want to double back and just take a good look and see where those extra stitches may have been added in or taken out. All right, so now we're going to turn, and this is for row 6. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way across. Again, you should have 133 stitches at the end of this row. So after working this all the way across, we end with a single crochet in that last stitch, and you should still have a total of 133 stitches. So I'm going to back this last stitch out because it is again time to change the colors. All right, so I'm going to change back to that medium blue. Now, of course, you can change to whichever color you like, but I am going to show you in just a second. Let's go ahead and deal with this color change. And again, just make a simple slip knot that can be taken out easily. There we go. Just so those don't get out of hand, so we can hide those later, and I'll show you how to do that. Now, from this point on, we are going to be repeating rows 1, which is the row of single crochet, 2, which is the changing stitches in this row, 3 and 4, which is the ripple using single crochet, 5 and 6. So what I'm going to have you do is repeat rows 1 through 6 2 more times. Now the only difference with row 7, I'm going to start row 7 for you. Row 7, we will just be working single crochets in each stitch. We have a chain 1, and again, I'll just go ahead and start this for you. Single crochet in each stitch across. Okay? But again, row 7 is a repeat of row 1. So I'm going to put a little time mark across the bottom of the screen where row 1 begins if you'd like to go back to row 1 and rewatch these 6 rows. But let me give you a glimpse of how I changed the colors. Okay, so we have completed up through row 6 here. So for rows 7 and 8, which is a repeat of rows 1 and 2, I'm going to use the medium color and then the dark color for the next 2 rows, and then the medium blue color for the next 2 rows. And that's the first repeat. And for the second repeat, I used white for rows 1 and 2 on the repeat, the medium blue for rows 3 and 4, and the dark blue for rows 5 and 6. And then after that, I will show you how to do the final perimeter round using the dark color. So go ahead again and repeat rows 1 through 6 once, twice, so 2 more times. This is what you should have after repeating that 2 more times. Now we're going to work the perimeter round, and I am using the dark blue color. Just going to continue on. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch all the way to the corner, and I will show you how to turn the corner and how many stitches to work along the row ends. After working in each stitch all the way to the corner, we're going to chain 2, turn 90 degrees, and we're going to work along the row ends, and we're going to work 25 stitches. So I'm going to work that first stitch in the same place where the last single crochet in that corner was worked, and I'm going to work 25 stitches evenly along the row ends. I will work these with you. So we're going to work 3 stitches over that treble crochet, and then 1 stitch in the next row end, and 1 in the next row end. Just like this all the way across. So I'll show you once I get to the end here. Well, let's go ahead and do a couple more stitches. One there, one here, and I'm going to work two more so that we have 3 stitches worked over that treble crochet. So I'll go ahead and work this across, and then I'll show you what I have. So at the end of the row, I've worked that last, or the 25th single crochet into the same place, which is the foundation chain. Turn 90 degrees, chain 2, single crochet in the same place as the last stitch. And if you'd like, you can even work over the loose end as you go across. And I'm going to be working in what is remaining of the foundation chain, just working over those 2 strands. And if you're not sure where to look, you can look at the single crochets right here, and it's just working opposite of those single crochets along that foundation chain. And again, the stitch count on both of these long ends will still be 133 stitches and 25 stitches along the row ends. So I'm going to go ahead and work this all the way to the next corner, chain 2 and turn, and then work an additional 25 stitches across the row ends along the other end. Now before you complete this side with the loose ends, make sure that you pull out these and weave them securely into the back side, and make sure that you weave the like colored strands under the like colored stitches. I know that's pretty obvious, but I just wanted to go ahead and say that. And let me go ahead and just show you just quickly how easy it is to do this. Let me go ahead and use this color yarn to be easier to see. So when you're using your yarn needle, just thread it into this like this, and we're going to just weave this up under the like colored stitches. All right, let's do a few at a time since these other ones didn't want to cooperate. All right, so now we're going to just under several stitches. That should be plenty. And we weave it under just like that. And this is where our sharp scissors come in. Make sure that you pull back a little bit before trimming, and then trim close but not too close to your stitches. And that stitch, or the strand rather, is hidden. I'm going to go ahead and hide all of these strands, and then I will turn the corner here and then complete the last leg of this perimeter round. As we work those single crochets evenly along the last set of row ends, we're going to work a single crochet in the same space as the first single crochet was worked right here. Chain 2. We're going to turn and join with a slip stitch. So we formed another corner, and give it a chain and a tug, and go ahead and clip a nice long strand so that you can easily weave that in. So we are done with the wavy panel. I hope you enjoyed making the wave panel with me today. If so, I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to comment in the comment section below. Now please don't forget there is another panel to this over at Tiffany Hansen's YouTube channel, Crochet with Tiffany. So make sure that you check that out. The link will be in the video description for you so that you can find that. And please tune in next week where we will have the videos to connect the panels as well as working the final rounds of this project. So please look for those. If this video has been out a while, you can check the video description. The links will already be there for you. All right. God bless. Bye-bye.